Hi, Robert here again, and perhaps your style is classic, simple elegance. Well, what says it more than rich jewel tone colors like purples and reds? I went to my local market and I found 3 market bunches. I bought 2 of the same. These are actually combined. There's mini carnations and alstroemeria, both in these, all in red. And then to accent it, I bought this beautiful purple aster. I've chosen 3 little rich purple vases, all in different shapes and sizes. I've put my flower food in a pitcher first, measured it out correctly, and then put it in my bud vases. And I'm going to split these bouquets up into the great style called clustering. I'm sure you've heard me talk about it before. It's very, very popular right now. So what I'm going to do is separate my varieties. Pull out my carnations. And pull out my alstroemeria. I'm missing one. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is take 2 of the stems of carnations and 2 of the stems of alstroemeria. I'm just going to make one right under the other, like that. Actually, I'm going to use the little fatter one up on top, like that. And then I'm going to put my alstroemeria in with it, removing all the foliage that'll be below the waterline. Because I want 3 exactly the same vases. Now look how this beautiful vibrant purple really, really makes the red pop. So let's put one a little taller and one off to the side a little bit, like that. Now, I'm going to make this a little more interesting by making them the same flowers, but just slightly different heights. So I'm taking my tallest vase, which is going to be my tallest floral. Measure. Make a fresh cut. And that should fall right where I'd like it to be. And if you have a rogue one like that, what you can do after you're done, snip it off and place it in the bottom. Now, let's do vase number 2. Again, I'm taking 2 of the carnations. This time I'm going to take my aster and sort of mix it in. This one's going to be a little more of a round look. Now again, we make sure you remove that foliage. And I'm going to put my 2 alstroemeria right down at the bottom, like that. Now we want the alstroemeria on this one to land right about at the rim of the vase. Notice the difference in heights here. Let's make a fresh cut. Place it in our vase. The great thing about these flowers are they're all long-lasting flowers, so you'll get weeks of enjoyment out of this by just changing the water and recutting the stems just a little bit, giving it a fresh cut. Now, our third one, we're going to want to be lower than the other 2. So let's take our carnations, and I'm going to break them apart a little bit. See, like that? This one doesn't need to be, except for this right there. Now, let's take our alstroemeria, remove some of the foliage that's going to be under the waterline, and place it around like so. Now with the aster, I don't need it to be this tall. So what I'm going to do is right by one of the laterals, cut it about there. I'm going to have to remove maybe 2 pieces of the foliage. Because see, I want it to land like that. I'm going to cut this down short like this, so these will for sure be in the water line. Let's do the same thing with this piece. And you should have something like that. See now, when you measure, you'll see that there's going to be a little bit more foliage that'll hit the water. We don't want bacteria. Take that, move to the front. Now I'm going to cut this so it's nice and short again. Perfect. Fluff it around a little bit. Put that little cluster on your table. Look at the rich jewel tones. Beautiful. As always, happy arranging.